Hello, dear Libra. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your reading from the 21st till the 31st of December 2019. And it's Capricorn season, dear Libra. There is a lot going on in Capricorn. You know, the sun's just moved into Capricorn. Happy birthday if you are a cross watcher and you are Capricorn. Nevertheless, it's a very challenging time, but Capricorn does stabilize. It does, through the hard work, it gives us the results. It asks for hard work at this time, but when for some of us, we've already done the work. Well, this will be the reward with Capricorn. So yes, Capricorn does ask for putting in those hours, putting in the effort, doing the right thing. Capricorn is the law. It's government agencies, it's career. So obviously, dear Libra, for you are the 7th house in the natural zodiac. Therefore, Capricorn is your 3rd house, and 3rd house has got to do with communication, collaboration, okay, and anything to do with telecommunication, the internet, siblings, neighbors, people that are around you in your periphery, as well as what is Capricorn. It's all about work. It's all about career. It's your social standing. Let's take your Celtic Cross, dear Libra. Let's see what's happening for you. Okay, in the now position, we've got the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, and I hope you can hear me properly. We've had issues with the sound here in my new setup. There may be a little bit of echo, but it's something that I can't really fix right now. So 10 of Cups, beautiful. What is the challenge? 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, okay. Let's take all your cards and look at them. What's in your foundation? The Sun, which is Leo. The Sun is the energy of Leo. In the recent past, we've got the Magician, and the Magician rules the 3rd house. Very interesting. What's on your mind, dear Libra? You've got the 9 of Cups, the 9 and the 10 of Cups. And in the near future, 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. In the position of you is the Empress. Wow. That is so beautiful, dear Libra. I love that. Absolutely love that for you, because the Empress does signify Taurus and Libra. What is around you in your periphery? You've got the Fool. So many major arcana cards. The theme for these readings are obviously new beginnings. The solstice, which is on the 21st when the Sun moves into Capricorn. After that, on the 25th and 26th, depending on where you are in the world, we've got an eclipse. It's a new moon in Capricorn. New moons are always new beginnings, obviously. Okay, so we've got the Fool here, which is the beginning of a new cycle. What are you fearing or hoping for? And another major, we've got the High Priestess. And the outcome, dear Libra, is the 3 of Cups. What a beautiful, what an absolutely glorious reading you have here. This is it's probably one of the nicest readings, the nicest reading out of the lot that I've done up to now. We've got at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands is, yes, walking through a new portal. Now, the 2 of Wands does speak of Sagittarian energy. It's amazing that the Wheel of Fortune or the Temperance hasn't come out, because those 2 cards have shown up in nearly all the readings, because Jupiter has now moved into Capricorn. Now, in Capricorn, we've got Pluto, we've got Saturn, which will be meeting. They'll be conjuncting in the beginning of January. They're coming closer and closer together. The south node of the moon, and then Jupiter, Mercury also, and Venus has now moved into Aquarius, so that's detaching, freedom to love, freedom to do what we love, okay? Aquarius is all about freedom. Here, Sagittarian energy, it's very jovial. It's got to do with distance, with foreign places, distant countries. We do have the world war here, and you know, at the time now, the times that we're in, we've got a lot of travel. A lot of people are going on holidays, you know. So this, if not traveling to a distant land, maybe to meet up with family, you are ending with the Three of Cups. You've got so many cups here. We've also got the Mother here, the Empress, which could be your energy, but it could also be, obviously, be a motherly figure. Then this is a new doorway, a new cycle that you are moving into, that you're hoping to move into. You can actually see, you can see it out in the distance. You've got the indication, you've seen the light in the tunnel. I feel that with your reading here, because we've got so many positive cards. What's beneath the Two of Wands? And we've got Judgment, which is Scorpio and Pluto. This is a rebirth, this is resurrection, and this can also mean that you're having a second chance at happiness, a second chance for bliss. There is so much beautiful energy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards, 6 with this one. This is beautiful. So whatever you thought has died and finished and gone, new life is being put into whatever situation you're dealing with. Now, this could be, of course, a business. Wands are all about vocation and work. We've got a fair few pentacles here, but we've also got so many cups. Of course, when we are secure financially, it obviously it helps the rest of our life. You know, the pieces of our life come together, so there's happiness everywhere. Of course, you're going to tell me now, money's not everything. It's not everything, no, I agree, obviously, but it's very important and it's very necessary. So let's look at your cards, dear Libra. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups shows family bliss. Here it shows a couple with a small child, and I'm going to go by this. Okay, this is the beginning, I can say, like you've gotten to a point of, because the 10 of Cups is usually the family. It's happiness even through extended family. Okay, so there may have been some sort of a celebration, and I feel as though the celebration was with the rest of the family, but here the couple is here with a child. This is the aftermath, let's say. Whatever that means, this could even mean a marriage, let's say. A marriage where you've already acquired a child, you've got, you may have been in a committed partnership or relationship, already married, and you got to a point of bliss, you got to a point of much happiness. Here, we've got the challenge is the Three of Pentacles, and the challenge could be work, because this is the working environment here. The challenge is to be noticed. The challenge is to expand. Now, could it be that for some of you, could it be that you're trying to fall pregnant? And that's what your wish is, because you are fantasizing, okay? All the cups here, it rings very Neptunian, very idealistic, a fantasy, let's say. Very emotional cards here. And it's funny that we've got 19 cards. 10 and 9 is 19, which is the number of the sun, which you already have here in your foundation. Now, the sun is Leo, and you may be dealing with another Leo, but the sun is also clarity, it's health, it's vitality, it's our life force. Leo is all about creativity, risk-taking, true love, and children. Fertility. We've got a lot of fertility, and I just got the goosebumps. We've got a lot of fertility here. For those of you that were hoping to start a family, you've got the foundation. There is no doubt that there is pregnancy here. Now, this is not a literal pregnancy, it's a metaphorical abundance through creativity. You are the magician here. You are ready to create, no doubt. Now, the magician can also speak of collaboration, and here with the Three of Pentacles, it does speak of collaboration. Okay, now what's on your mind is getting to a wish fulfillment. And maybe this was taking the next step, committing to your partner. Some of you, as I said, may be pregnant before you actually get married. We do have the Three of Cups here, which is a celebration here. So if we put the 3 and the 7 together, 7 of Pentacles, which looks at someone looking at a situation, this is a bit of a taking stock of the situation. She is holding a big basket. She has manifested up to the 7, which is quite abundant. But if we put them together, that's something that is marriage. Now, I believe that there are plans here. There are plans for the future. Some of you may be dealing with someone who is a foreigner. You may have been communicating through social media. The magician is all about communication, right? And manifestation. As above, so below. He's got all the tools to make the magic. Okay, Mercury was transiting through Scorpio before it moved into Sagittarius. Now, Mercury moving through Scorpio. Scorpio is the house of, and we do have Scorpio here, right? In the past, since it's beneath the general energy. Scorpio is the house of intimacy, commitments, sharing your bed, sexual intimacy. Now, Mercury, which can be, it's communication, but it's also, pinpointing. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, and it's all about the details. So Mercury moving through the sign of Scorpio has brought up information, brought up things that were hidden in relation to intimacy, in relation to a connection, very deep connection, sexual as well. So that's probably when, for those of you that have had difficulty in getting pregnant, that would have been a very, very good time for you to see what was the fork in the road. I do feel here that that's a message for someone out there, which is really exciting, because you are showing up as the Empress. Motherhood is on the cards for you. Now, she's all about abundance. She's all about beauty. She's oozing love. She's oozing beauty. She is depicted by Venus here. And Venus, of course, as I said, is the ruling planet of Taurus and of Libra. So it's your ruling planet. Now, your ruling planet has moved into a fellow air sign of Aquarius, which means that it's very good for you. We've had a beautiful Venus-Uranus trine not so long ago, and Uranus is Saturn, and it's quick to change, but it brings in drastic and quick changes, and it is in the sign of Taurus, which is the physical body, and Venus obviously ruling Taurus. It's got a lot to do with it. So for some of you, this could have been, some of you may already have realized that there is a pregnancy here, And that's why we've got so much happiness here. Now, this Seven of Pentacles in the near future has got a lot to do with planning. Now, if this is not a literal pregnancy, then this is just a lot of happiness where creativity or a business is concerned, obviously. Now, for a few of you out there, no doubt it will have to do with love. This could be your wishes fulfilled, that you're taking the next step. There is expansion and growth. Okay, and as I said, we've got the marriage card here, the Ten of Pentacles, if we put these pentacles together. Now, in your environment, you have the brand new cycle, the Fool. And this is Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is all about going for it. It's taking action. It's Mars also rules Scorpio. Not only Pluto rules Scorpio, also Mars does. And Mars can be very sexual as well. So Mars is in the sign of Scorpio right now, which means, wow, it's very strong there, very, very strong there. So all the indications are showing a lot of success here. Now, the High Priestess in your hopes and fears, see the key that she's holding here. She has a knowing. She has to trust her intuition, though. And whatever this key means for you, whatever the key means for you, I do believe that you will have this key. You will have this key because your intuition is telling you that. That's what the card is saying in your reading. She is the new moon goddess, so some of you may be finding out around the eclipse. Now, eclipse energies can start a month before, a month later. They're still quite vivid, quite strong. So this is saying that trust your intuition. For those of you that are keeping this as a secret, of course, that's your prerogative, that's your choice. And you know, the High Priestess, she is a number 2, and 2s are all about balance and partnerships, as well as relationships. And we've got the Three of Cups again, celebration, beautiful. Getting out, celebrating with family. It's a 3. We've got 3 people here. We've got the father, the mother, and the child. That's what I mean by 3. I don't see any funny business in this reading so far. Beautiful, dear Libra. Let's take the Romance Angels, and I'm going to be looking into another love oracle as soon as I get settled in. I do have some more love decks, but I haven't been able to bring them all with me. So let's look at the Romance Angel. I'm saying this because a client of mine said, could you change the Romance Angels? So I suppose it has been used a lot. Let's see, dear Libra. Please, Spirit, for Libra, what's happening in their love life? 21st until the 31st of December. Looks like we've got 2 cards. Let's take them for you. And we have love yourself first, and then we've got this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So, of course, loving yourself first talks about self-respect. Obviously, to have our balance, we have to love ourselves first. And here we've got this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner. Okay. Doesn't mean that there won't be others to love you, dear Libra. You are a very balanced, very equal sign. Someone who likes their balance. You're very democratic. And therefore, you know, when you give love, love should come back to you. It's like a boomerang. And that's what Saturn does as well. Have you given? I'm sure you have. It's time for you to receive. And that's what I see in your reading. Let's look at your astrology with the Black Moon astrology cards. So you feel as though you've met your soulmate. I see a lot of happiness here. A lot. Now I feel there's one message here that I need to give you for someone out there. I see, yes, I see a pregnancy before the actual marriage, and that could be a little bit of an issue for one or two of you out there. Let's look at the astrology. Some of you could already be pregnant and you're trying to hide it. You're keeping it hidden for whatever reason. Let's take your astrology for Libra, please, Spirit. And we have 10th house and the world. And, of course, the world can speak of world travel. It can also speak of the ending of a cycle. We do have the Fool here, which is the beginning of a cycle. So, yes, this is a new era in your life. You are beginning a brand new chapter in your life, and it's looking like it's an amazing start for you. Let's take some more cards. Okay, another deck. So the signs that we have here, yes, we've got a lot of water, which is Scorpio, I would say more than likely, since we've got the Judgment card here. And we've got the Page of Wands beneath the Judgment card. Page of Wands is the minor arcana of the Fool. So the indication of new beginnings has you, as I said before, you've already got the indication and you've had to trust your intuition and you're waiting to actually see that those wishes fulfilled. And that's the good thing with Capricorn. With Capricorn and Saturn, we actually get to see it. It becomes physical, tangible. Let's look at the Ten of Cups, which turns into the Ace, of course, and the Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. And we've got Death. Yeah. Obviously, Scorpio again. Exactly what I was saying before. And I did say the water sign is Scorpio, and it's right on. Let's look at this Three of Pentacles. Why is that a challenge? Three and Four of Pentacles. Someone's been holding back. Someone's been holding back. Could be because of personal situation, because of pregnancy, because of childbearing, because of family. They've been holding back, and work seems to have been a challenge, and therefore maybe even money may have been a little bit. You may have been a little bit short, but it's changing. It's changing. I feel that some of you you've got an idea that you want to bring out into the world where work is concerned, right? Where creativity is concerned, which is it's going to help bring you, the return. You're going to get the return on that. As soon as you, I should say, instead of keeping it to yourself, whatever you've got in your mind, whatever you are creating at this time, it's time to show it to the world. And why I say to the world, we've got the World card here, we've also got the Two of Wands here, and here we've got 10, 14 Pentacles, which is the number of Temperance. Temperance is Jupiter. Temperance is patience. And Temperance is also healing. So if there have been money issues, because you've had so much to do, so much to take care of, whatever the challenge in relation to money. And of course, weddings can be very expensive. Purchasing a new home can be really hard. It's not easy. But what I see is whatever you're trying to create, you have to loosen up a bit and give it out to the world. That's what I see with this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles for me is Taurian energy. Taurus, which is all about comforts. Oh, and I was just going to put these cards on the Sun card. Taurus is also the money house. It is a money house. And we have again, and we've got a repetition as in all these readings, I've had double cards, the same cards twice. Four of Cups, whatever the case, someone is not happy here, not happy and not noticing that this Ace of Cups is being handed to them. Okay, and here we've got the Four of Wands. So it looks as though, yes, some of you have committed, you've actually taken the step, all right? For others of you, even though it's the wedding card, doesn't necessarily mean that you've all gotten married. You may have just, your partner may have committed to you, and there's more stability here. But there is something missing here, and I feel that it had to do with, either with pregnancy or something to do with the fifth house matters, which is Leo. Fifth house matters are, it's all about taking a risk. Fifth house is also flirtation, it's fun, it's true love, it's children, and Leo is also, Leo likes to shine up on stage, they like to perform. Here I feel that there is something being held back, also with a High Priestess. Held back from family. Some of you may be holding back and not telling the family that you may be hoping to migrate, to move country, move closer to your beloved if you are dealing with someone that is at a distance. Let's take some more cards. Now, it's interesting that we've got 6 wands here, which can speak of success, recognition. But as I said, don't keep your creativity, don't creep. Stop creeping around with whatever you've created, dear Libra, and just bring it out to the world. Let's look at the Magician. And the Magician, as I said, is Virgo, Gemini energies. We've got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands can be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Could have either Gemini or Virgo as well here. Now, the King of Wands can also be Scorpio. It can also be Scorpio because the King of Wands is someone who's driven by their passion. Now, Scorpio is the most passionate and most desirable, or I should say desirous, water sign. And we've just, I didn't even say where I'd put it. The Nine of Swords has come up. The Nine of Swords. Now, I was going to, the next card was going to be here. Let's put it down there anyway. There's 2 nines here. We've got the Nine of Swords, which can be sleepless nights, something that you're worried about in relation to, and it could be, let's take another card, because the Nine of Cups, remember I said before, could be very illusionary, like an illusion or a imagination or fantasizing. Let's take another card. And we've got the Hermit here. And the Hermit is someone who's looking for information. This could be a doctor, yes. This could be an obstetrician, yes. Yes, and I do believe that that's got to do with the pregnancy. Some of you, someone out there has probably had trouble falling pregnant. Maybe you've had a miscarriage, and that's why you're worried sick about getting to your wish. You've got 3 nines up here. That is incredible. 3 nines are 27, and they equal 9 again. A 2 and a 7 again equal 9. Let's look at that 7 of Pentacles. And I'm going to say that someone's had to be bedridden to get through this pregnancy, and that's what the 7 of Pentacles is. It's putting your feet up and doing nothing. Let's look at that card. And there's the 6 of Wands that I said before. Through taking rest and relaxation, it does say love yourself first here, which means you've got the excuse now, dear Libra, for that. For the person I'm talking to or the people I'm talking to, you've had your successes. It's time now to take a break. And you're going to be successful. Let's look at this Empress. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And we've got the Devil. This Devil just shows up whenever you don't expect him. I did not expect that. So we've got Capricorn energies here. And what I see here with Capricorn, and what I just actually visualized, he's actually waving. He's actually waving to me. He's saying hello. Yes, I'm here. It's Capricorn time. I'm waving to you. And this goes back to here, the Nine of Cups, which can be too much drinking. Someone out there that's listening to this video has got a bit of worry about drinking issues, too much. Someone's trying to get away from, trying to cut back on their drinking problem. We do have a bit of a drinking problem here, and that's what the Devil also can speak of. Now, of course, the Devil is Saturnian. Saturn is also the father. The Devil can also speak of strong sexual magnetism, attraction, but it also speaks of obligations. Now, the Devil is also karmic, a lot of karmic energy. The Devil can also speak of time and patience. Saturn is very slow moving. So obviously, I would say that this pregnancy is probably at the beginning. I see the pregnancy is two months going, because we've got the Seven of Pentacles here, which means for 7 months, someone out there is going to be bedridden. But nevertheless, the Devil, if we're looking at this as a business, if we're looking at this as bringing your creation to the world, the Devil can mean a lot of work. And it's the time of Capricorn, and it's time to prove yourself by putting your head down and doing the work. You will be manifesting. We've got the Empress here. And the Empress is all about manifestation and abundance. So Capricorn promises abundance for you, as long as you're not fearful of work. Some people are actually fear working a lot, believe it or not. Let's look at the Fool. What's in your periphery? What are you surrounded by? And we've got the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is Cupid's love arrows, quick communication, flight travel, quickly moving into a new cycle. And again, flight travel, yes. Traveling the world. You know, the 10th house here, 10th house is also the house of Capricorn. Isn't that interesting? It's also the house of work. And the Elder, which is Saturn. Some of you, for those of you that have been working for someone that's been breathing down your neck, they've been a really hard boss, you may be breaking out and starting alone, starting a new career, a new business of your own. So congratulations for that. We've got a 34, which equals a 7. So it's divinely guided, the end of this cycle and the beginning of the new one. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. More clarification, please. And we've got Two of Pentacles. So busy, but also a decision that needs to be made. Let's take another card. And we've got the Ace of Cups. So decisions around love, decisions around movement, decisions around being able to accomplish things, because there's a lot to be done here. But whatever the decision is, it's going to fulfill you. It's going to make you happy. The Ace of Cups, obviously. And this may have to do something with the Four of Cups, which is in the area of home. We've got 2 fours here. Oh, sorry. Oops. Excuse me. Let's look at this High Priestess. What's this High Priestess, please, Spirit? And you know the High Priestess sits between those 2 pillars. That's another doorway. For some of you, this could even be a spiritual, like a business around spirituality. around, doing the tarot or astrology or becoming a psychic, and you could be keeping that under wraps. Let's take another card on the High Priestess. And we've got the Hanging Man, which is Pisces. One moment. Wow, okay. So many interruptions. Now, the Hanging Man, as I said, is Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual. Pisces is also endings. Pisces is also, it's a very dark house. We can't see what's going on in there. It's the 12th house. So we know that the High Priestess it's Virgo Piscean energy, and Pisces is very, very intuitive. So whatever sacrifice you've been making, whatever sacrifice, and I believe here that there's strong intuition here. You are receiving downloads from the divine. Whatever sacrifice you've made, the key is yours. And there's a lot of similarities. The title for Virgo is you hold the key. So some of you may be on the cusp with Virgo. Let's look at the Three of Cups. I'm going to say that through meditation, through quieting yourself and sitting alone for a while, if you're looking for an answer to something, you're going to have the enlightenment. Look out for signs and synchronicities. You'll know when you get the sign. Let's look at that Three of Cups. And we've got the Tower. Wow, I love the Tower. Quick change, sudden change. Remember what I was saying before with Uranus meeting up with Venus. Now, what we've got ahead of us is the Sun is going to be in a beautiful aspect with Uranus, and that is amazing. That's quick clarity, quick love coming through, quick creativity. The Sun is vitality. It's our life force. And Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, so it's got to do with our values. That is beautiful. Now, the Tower means suddenly something comes in. There is a quick shift. Okay, something hasn't been built on solid ground. So when the Tower comes down, it brings changes very quickly, but changes that the divine are bringing, spirit, because obviously it's the help from spirit to put you on the right path. Let's take this is an epiphany, It's an epiphany, it's sudden, and it comes to you very quickly. Let's see, and we know that the Tower can also feel like Pluto and Scorpio. Suddenly, death and transformation, change. Let's see what else. And we've got another 9. Another 9. So, the 9 of Wands. And we've got so many wands here. We've got the 2, we've got the 4, the 6, the 8, and the 9. I feel as though this King of Wands, who is holding that 10th wand, is... I feel that it's this King of Wands energy with this 9 here. He's been through his own issues. He's been through issues. Could even be to do with siblings, with family. And we do have a mother figure here, which is with Capricorn, which can be very Saturnian. 8 and 9. Let's take one more card. What is this? 3 of Cups, Tower, 9 of Wands, please, Spirit. And we've got the Queen of Swords now. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is your energy. Now, I see the Queen of Swords many times as a legal representative. She's a judge and a magistrate, and she's making a ruling here. Dear Libra, for those of you that have had legal issues, if the Hermit is a legal representative, a solicitor, the Queen of Swords could be a judge, a magistrate. But she's very fair and very just. Now we do have, yes, the challenge is Three of Pentacles. So whatever partnership you've been in, and this is in relation to work, someone's been the miser, holding back on something, maybe even stealing, taking from the business here. We do have the Devil here, which can mean fears as well. And we've got the Three of Cups. We've got Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. And I do feel with the Nine of Wands here, there's difficulties to do with the vocation, with the business, the work that is probably being done by the King of Wands, by your partner, dear Libra. For most of you, yes, the King of Wands is your partner. And it feels as though someone's put up their wall. They've put up their wall. But the Queen of Swords is conversation. It is having that conversation and having the clarity. Let's take another card. And wow, Two of Swords. Two of Swords can mean a decision. There is a decision that's necessary to be made. Let's take another one. And we've got Seven of Wands. That means that whatever the decision is that's going to be made, this King of Wands has got the high ground. Whatever he's up against, he's holding his wand, he's got his weapon, he's able to take care of it, whatever that is. 9 wands and 7 is 16 wands again. Again, the Tower. I'm going to take some spielers on that, and we'll get a bit more clarity for you. Let's take the spielers. I do feel a little bit of a few disagreements with the family. Doesn't matter which side. I'm not sure if it's on the masculine side or on the feminine side, which I see, dear Libra. I see you as the Queen of Swords, no doubt. You're always outspoken, well-spoken. But the Queen of Swords, as I said again, could be a magistrate. For those of you that are dealing with legalities, let's take 3 Sibillas here. We have Dottore, which is the doctor. There is healing here, and it's a number 13, which is Scorpio. Here we've got Superbia, the 2 of Wands again. Superbia is something wonderful. Can speak a little bit about vanity in some way, but it's also walking through that doorway, something beautiful coming through for you. And here we've got the Falsita. The Falsita is lack of trust. It's the 4 of Pentacles, just like here. Now the doctor, of course, may be a doctor. Sometimes I suppose it could even be a legal representative, a solicitor. It looks as though it looks as though there is some sort of an agreement being made here, which can look really good, but then on the other side of that, there is mistrust by someone here. Let's take another. And we've got the Merchant. And the Merchant, again, is the number 13. This is all about business, expanding your business to the world. He's putting a lot of thought into things here. Yes, this is someone who obviously does business with other companies, probably foreign, more than likely. So could that be what the issue is here? But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's only about business, the thoughts here. This is also someone thinking very strongly about contracts, any contracts. It's all about business here. It's all about what is a marriage, dear Libra. It is a business. I suppose we can see it. It's a contract that you two parties move into, and they say, this is what I will bring to the table. What are you going to bring to the table? Just as there's supposed to be equality where love is concerned, where anything, emotions, then we move into the financial side of things. Of course, a commitment, a marriage, is also like a business. Both parties have to be present. They both have to equally give to that. Well, it doesn't have to be 50-50 exactly, but there has to be a healthy balance. So, I'm not quite sure what this is talking about. We do have 13 twice, which is Scorpio. And Scorpio is commitments, but it's also money from external sources. I feel as though, I don't know why, but I feel as though we may be dealing with could be, for a couple of you out there, that we may be dealing with a mother that does not want to, she's holding back, she doesn't want to be, she doesn't want to help, she doesn't want to take part in helping with the situation. When I say helping financially, even though, yes, the Empress is a very loving and nurturing motherly figure, if she were to be in the reverses, I'm not doing reversals, that's what this could be all about. Yeah. And therefore, there could be worries around funds, whether it's for business or for taking the next step and opening a new home, or whether it's a marriage or whatever that is. So that's what I feel. That's a message that's coming through in relation to that. What I'd like to do is take some Sibillas. Of course, this is a general reading and it will not resonate for all of you. But there are little messages that are coming through, which I need to mention. Let's look at the Empress and the Devil. Giovina Fanciulla, which is the Virgin, the young maiden. But this is also, this could be pure energy. It's like Virgo energy, right? Here we've got the Gran Signore, which is again Scorpio 13. The Gran Signore, which can be a little bit, can have a bit of an ego. And here we've got the Sospiri, which is the Six of Swords, similar to the Three of Wands, hoping and wishing and waiting. Okay. I do feel that this is more than likely, it's got to do with a family situation. We've got two females and a masculine father figure here. It looks as though we've got the young maiden here, the young virgin, let's say. And I feel that this is probably the daughter. And with the Sospiri, that's more than likely the mother. That's what I feel here. And it's as though she's waiting on her ships to come through. So that could mean that there could be financial. I feel as though there's probably there may not be sharing, because the Gran Signora is very abundant, whereas the Sospiri, she's wishing and waiting for those ships to come through. He's okay financially, she's not. Now, could this mean that the Sospiri, could she be at a distance? Could the motherly figure, if this is a couple, let's say a mother and a father that are separated, yes, she could be at a distance. And you know that the devil can also be ego with the Gran Signora. Sometimes too much materialism could be the devil, which is the Gran Signora here. I don't know why I feel that. And the devil can also speak of narcissism. Sometimes when someone is too egocentrical, he's self-centered, if I said it right, I'm not even sure, that's narcissism. That will speak to some of you and not all of you, obviously. What I'd like to do, I'd like to take another card on this King of Wands. And I don't know why, but I feel that this King of Wands is something to do around health. The King of Wands is someone who deals with, I don't know, he could be a doctor, a physician, something like that. That's what I feel with he's sitting right on the Magician. And we've got the Strength card, which speaks of Leo. And again, Leo we have here again. So this King of Wands, for many of you, could be Leo. Now we've got Leo, we've got Scorpio. Taurus has been mentioned. The only fixed energy that we haven't spoken about is Aquarius. But we do have fixed energy here, which can be tough energy. Now the Strength card speaks of, yes, strength, courage, patience, trust as well. For whatever reason, I think that the King of Wands is someone that's very strong, very driven. But he's up against some competition, whatever that is for you. He's up against some competition, and this could even be family for this King of Wands. All right, I think that I will leave it there. I do see, as I said before, I see that there is a celebration here for many of you. For others of you, and I did say there were specific stories here. These specific stories are not for everyone. I do see here that there is change, there is transformation, okay? Whatever has been, because the challenge is the Three of Pentacles, which means expansion and growth. I did speak about a pregnancy, holding on and, trying and pushing for that will happen. Your efforts will be rewarded with the devil. The devil, which is Saturnian, he's sitting right on top of the Empress. For others of you, this could mean through hard work, you manifest. We've got the Three of Cups here. And there are so many details here, which I don't want to go over it again and again because the reading becomes way too long. I'm going to leave it at that. I'd like to thank you so much. You understand where I'm coming from. You understand my readings. For those of you that have been following me for a long time. For those of you that are new to my channel, keep watching and you will learn a lot. You will see the way I read and you will understand where I'm coming from. All right, everyone, I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope that the new year, the new decade, 2020, the new year 2020 will bring you all the blessings that your reading promises. Generally, for most of you, this is an amazing reading. We do have a few hiccups here or there, but they're only for specific people. Dear Libra, this is an amazing reading. This could be the one, okay? And this could be the one that says that you are thinking that you need to trust your intuition, okay? And see what happens around. See what messages come through. around the eclipse of the 25th or the 26th of December. All right, wishing you all well. Again, thank you very much. I do hope that the sound was good. I've had issues with the sound. All the best, dear Libra. Lots of love, many blessings. Love you lots. Bye-bye.